Then, Eamon and his followers evacuated the surrounding crowd according to Moen's orders. They waved to the surrounding students while saying to them, all right, disband. Nothing to see here. Let's go." Soon, the surrounding students left here and walked towards the classroom they wanted to go to. They walked towards the teaching building while discussing the things that shocked them just now. Moen ate the remaining grilled sausages and stood silently beside, watching Eamon guide his two followers to evacuate the crowd. Ariel crossed her hands in front of her chest and walked over to Moen's side. She still holds a skeptical attitude towards his attitude and actions just now. The Moen she knew was not a good person who would apologize to others. She looked at him with a serious expression and asked him, "What bad idea are you thinking, Moen Campbell?" Realizing that Ariel didn't seem to want to forgive him yet, Moen turned to face her and put down the sausages in his hand. He placed one of his hands on his chest and slightly bent down, making a gentlemanly bow. He explained his attitude to her in detail. "Miss Ariel Bugard, I have turned over a new leaf. Originally, I wanted to approach you privately and apologize for the foolish things I have done in the past. But I'm afraid finding you privately may cause you to misunderstand. Coincidentally, I just had the opportunity to publicly apologize to you in the presence of so many people." After hearing Moen's explanation, Ariel still couldn't believe him. She gave him a skeptical look and asked, "Are you serious?" Moen tilted his head slightly and showed a puzzled expression. He seemed unsure why Ariel asked him that. "What? Isn't my attitude serious enough?" He thought Ariel felt that his apology to her earlier was not sincere enough. Moen bowed 90 degrees to Ariel again and apologized solemnly to her in a very serious tone. "I apologize again for the excessive things I did to you before. Miss Ariel, if that's not enough, do I need to kneel down?" Due to Moen's actions being too obvious on campus, some passing students turned their heads and looked at him with curious eyes. Ariel feels a bit embarrassed about the current situation. Her cheeks quickly turned red. She hurriedly stopped him. "Enough. That's enough. Don't say any more." Ariel quickly walked up to Moen and stared closely into his eyes. She expressed her opinion to him. "I see. You want me to relax my guard and approach Lee by getting closer to me, right? I know it. During the coming-of-age ceremony, you looked at Lee's breasts several times. Don't think I don't know. I'm telling you, don't even think about it. Lee's big breasts belong to me." She still doesn't want to believe that Moen is just apologizing without any purpose. Moen felt a bit shy about the topic that Ariel mentioned. He closed his eyes and pretended to cough a few times. Then, he said to her with a serious tone, The matter has come to this point. In order to clear up the misunderstanding between us, I have also spoken my innermost thoughts to you today. Actually, I like small ones." Moen placed his hands on Ariel's shoulders and confidently told her his preferred type. He seems to take this matter very seriously. Ariel was a little surprised by his sudden action. Then, Moen raised his finger and shook it, and continued to explain in detail to Ariel what type of person he liked. I'm actually not interested in the kind that's soft, big, and can't be held in one hand. I prefer something plain and unremarkable, preferably like a steel plate. Right. Do you understand what I mean? However, Ariel not only showed no interest in Moen's preferred type, but also became increasingly angry with what he said. Ariel can no longer tolerate what Moen said. She closed her eyes tightly, raised her fist, and quickly smashed it towards Moen's face. Moen didn't realize that Ariel would do such a thing. Before he could react, his face was already firmly pressed against her fist. Ariel completely doesn't believe what Moen said is true. She placed her hands on her waist and looked at him with a disgusted expression. She cursed at him. I know many girls who have been bullied by you. They are all beautiful girls with big breasts without exception. Are you telling me now that you like small ones? Are you intentionally mocking me? You are still as disgusting as ever. Moen Campbell. Due to Ariel's excessive force on Moen fell directly to the ground. He gently wiped away the nosebleed that was flowing from his nose with his hand. He didn't expect his joke to make Ariel so angry. He quickly apologized to her and reiterated his attitude towards her. I'm just joking. Don't be angry. Miss Ariel, I sincerely apologize to you. I absolutely dare not have any bad thoughts about you and Miss Lee. You can rest assured in this regard. I guarantee that others will never harass you again in the future. Moen slowly stood up from the ground and gently brushed off the dust on his clothes and pants with his hand. He explained to her some plans he had originally intended to apologize to her. When I went back to school, I thought about making more preparations and coming back with a gift to apologize to you. But unfortunately, I have nothing on me now except for the 1 million Amir pocket money I brought from home. Moreover, giving you something as tacky as money would probably feel like an insult to you. So, the friendship between gentlemen is as pure as water, but sharing a meal of skewers can melt away past grudges. Moen stuffed the unfinished sausages from his hand into hers. He hopes she can understand that he is unable to give her a gift as a more formal apology at the moment. Ariel has some doubts about Moen's behavior. She didn't react immediately. After finishing everything, Moen quickly left here and ran towards the teaching building. He doesn't seem to want to stay here for too long. He showed a funny expression and said to Ariel, I will make up for the gift in the future when I have time. I'm leaving now. Ariel felt speechless about Moen's sudden departure. As Moen ran towards the teaching building, he silently spoke in his heart the words he hadn't had the chance to say to Ariel. You don't need to struggle over whether you should forgive me. Even if you don't forgive me, it's okay. I apologize only because I did make mistakes in the past. That's it. Goodbye, Ariel Bugard. I hope we can become ordinary classmates instead of enemies. He lifted his head and looked ahead, revealing a smile. He hopes to live peacefully with Ariel in the days to come. He also hopes that their relationship can gradually change from now on. For a moment, Ariel didn't understand why Moen suddenly said something inexplicable to him, nor did she know why he had to hand her his sausages. She stood there blankly, silently watching him run further and further away. At this moment, Ariel lowered her head and glanced at the grilled sausage in her hand. Hey, wait a minute. Ariel now realizes that she seems to have missed something very important. She excitedly lifted her hands and held her head, showing a very surprised expression. Ariel shouted behind Moen. "Moen Campbell!" At this moment, Moen heard someone calling his name. Stop! Ariel quickly ran towards Moen's direction. She hopes to make him stop quickly. Her eyes seemed to be burning with flames, as if they were staring at something of Moen's. Moen turned his head and saw Ariel running towards him at an extremely fast speed. He said in great surprise, "Oh my God." He thought she was still angry and dissatisfied with what had just happened, so she wanted to continue arguing with him. Ariel said to Moen, 1 million Amir can also be used as a gift. I can accept it." However, Moen did not hear clearly what Ariel was referring to specifically. He quickened his running speed and tried his best to get rid of her. "Don't come over here." Their voices echoed throughout the entire campus. Just as they were immersed in the chase, a familiar figure quietly appeared on the rooftop of the teaching building. Anna sat on the rooftop of the teaching building, observing Moen and Ariel. She made an evaluation of their dispute. Apologized to Ariel using Amir. It's quite rhyming. Speaking of which, this little guy is really willing to give 1 million Amir. And it seems that, as rumored, this little guy has really become a bit different since the assassination incident. At this moment, Anna suddenly had a bad idea. The stupid and wealthy Campbell's golden-haired boy. How about I secretly bully him? Anyway, he's just a betrothed who won't have any outcome. Celicia won't be angry, right?